What's up, everyone? Mr. Jeff here. Going to talk about streaking floors today. I've had this in a lot of the comments. So, I've had a lot of comments here lately about, why are my floors streaking after they're mopped? Well, I don't know everyone's situation, but there are some common issues, some common problems that could be causing that. I know a lot of people on here deal with salt issues, and the old timers could probably handle this a whole lot better than I can that has dealt with this. And when I say old timers, I'm talking about people that has lived up north or in countries where you deal with a lot of salt from snow and ice, and you've been trained in how to handle that, or you know how to handle that. So maybe on the Facebook group page, or actually in the comments on here, someone can maybe give some instructions that I don't know about, because I don't deal with that. We deal with a lot of sand and mud where I live in the South, but we still deal with streaked floors even with that. So what would cause that? Well, I have asked, the question a lot of times back to the people that has made these comments is do you have an auto scrubber? Well, most of the time, no, they do not have auto scrubbers, and that can create, an issue if you don't. So what do you do if you don't have an auto scrubber? Well, one thing is that keep your mops clean. Because if you're using a dirty mop and you're not changing out mop water ever so often, you're going to just put dirty water back on the floor, and that can cause a streaking problem as well. As crazy as this may sound, I have seen people mop a floor without sweeping it, even with an auto scrubber. They think that auto scrubber, because it has a vacuum on it, that's going to take care of the problem. But anytime that you're mopping a floor, you want to start out with a swept floor. You're going to get everything off of it when you sweep it? No, you're not. But you're getting the biggest majority of the sand and the dirt and the things off of your floor. But I have found it in any case that I have had where I've had mud or whatever, and I think this would possibly work with people that deal with salt on their floors from snow and ice, as well as the auto scrubber is going to be your best bet. Another thing that could be causing streaks on your floor could be what you're using to mop with. Are you using a neutral cleaner to mop with? I asked someone, I said, what are you using every day to mop with? And they said, I'm using a degreaser. Well, a degreaser is not the ideal thing to be mopping your wax floors, because the pH level in that is too high, and it's going to break down your wax, and it's actually taking wax off your floor where you really can tell it at the time or not. But the more that you mop with the wrong kind of cleaner with a high pH level, it's going to damage that floor, and it's going to cause it to streak, and it's going to cause it to be dull over time. A lot of it, I think depends on the kind of mops that people use as well. When I first started out, we had kind of a cotton type mop, loop-in mops. But over the years, since microfiber has came out and microfiber has become more relevant in the cleaning industry, I have found, microfiber mops, and I'll put a link in the description below where you can get some of these mops. But these microfiber mops right here, they wash out good. And even if they are left stained, I have washed those out in a bucket of water and used my wringer and rinsed it out with my hose in my sink or whatever, and you can remove a lot of dirt from that. And this right here to me are the best mops that I have found about not having a streaking floor. And another thing is about how much are you wringing your mop out? There's a happy medium, I feel like, personally, this is my opinion, on how wet your floor should be. How wet should your mop be? If you're doing a spot mop, and there's people in the building, different things, your mop's got to be pretty dry. And you're just, getting little coffee spills, little spills here and there, spot mopping around. But when you're mopping a hall or a classroom or whatever it may be, you want to wring that mop out pretty good. Now, you don't want it dry where it's dragging, but you want it wrung out pretty good. You don't want the floor to be like it's, when you're putting that water on the floor, like it's trying to separate, the water's just laying there and you got these water rings. You don't want any of that to happen. But also you don't want to wring your mop out so much that it's, starting to drag as well. If you've ever waxed floors and you're waxing and that mop starts to get dry and it starts to leave those streaks. Well, that same thing can happen, when you're just doing your daily mopping. I guess a lot of it is trial and error. Sometimes you have to mop a floor if it's really bad, if it's got a lot of sand and stuff on it, and mud and salt, maybe whatever. If you're hand mopping it, you're going to have to probably mop it twice. You're going to have to change that mop water more often. What I like to do when I get done mopping, or if I'm changing my mop water, is I'll take that mop out of that bucket and I wring it. Then I rinse it off in my sink, wring it out again, maybe a couple times, follow that same process. Then I dump my mop water, take that hose and rinse that mop out, refill it with fresh water in your cleaner and start all over. Those are just some basic things that you can do. But if you can get your hands on a good auto scrubber, keep those squeegees clean, keep that pad clean, keep that machine maintained, that's going to be one of the biggest things that you can possibly do. But if you work in a facility somewhere where they will not provide you with an auto scrubber, you got to do it the old-fashioned way. It's just going to take a lot of more effort in remopping and mopping more often to keep that under control. That is the only thing that I know to do.